today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Egyptians taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got a vote. I've got a vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Number 24. Taken down at the 40.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Jackson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football.
And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
7 makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. Down right around the 25.
The running back again, the ball carrier.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
The pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson, and that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Out, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Recovered by Baltimore.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The previous play is under review.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
22-yard line.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Good. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Ravens nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
21-0 our score after 1.
Egyptians 21. Ravens nothing.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Play brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Fox. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his 1st catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Mack. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Shoves him away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Read it well, and it's picked. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And
to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And let's shift our attention to this defensive unit as they march back onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
24, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fox. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. It's a quick turnaround for him after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
17-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
A loss of a yard.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Down and the 11.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up...
The Ravens send their punter out now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Jackson's pass.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. The Browns still in that no man's land. They need to win out, and they could get to 9-6 with a victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Bears seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over. First down and 10.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Point after here coming up. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
At their own 20.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And 6.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
41-yard line.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's not going to get me. Mike's 15. Michael. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Down and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He'll start on the ground with Mack. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll set up to throw.
You ain't going nowhere.
And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike's 50.
And to give this time to the tailback. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Single. Check 3. Strong right.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense continues to pour it on. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
49. Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
The running back, the ball carrier. fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ravens 7.
From the 39, Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Ravens on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Hey, check.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9 brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Being chased out. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And the Raven 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
17.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
The running back.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, folks, we all know that we are witnessing greatness under center. And with that last pass, Charles, he went over 70,000 career passing yards.
Well, we saw him young. We thought he was an excellent player. But I'm not sure we ever thought we would be talking about this threshold. 70,000 yards?
Agreed.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just think about what he's played through. He's played through every weather condition, right? Every type of offense, seen every defense known to man thrown at him, and continues to be successful.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Fox. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fox. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and less than.
Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Again, Jackson finds his target. It's Gates. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.